Coming to you from the City of Dreams.
A TV host of more than 60 infomercials and $1 billion in sales gives inventors, authors, and entrepreneurs the chance to make their dreams come true by finding out,
is your product ready to be seen on TV?
This is The Pitch with Tom Jordan.
Hey everybody, welcome to The Pitch. I'm Tom Jordan. This is the show where inventors, authors, and entrepreneurs come on to pitch their products to marketers and investors who are looking for products to put on TV and take to retail. Now, you know, in the last episode, we did a little behind the scenes where, well, I was losing my temper at the beginning of the show. And it's so strange because people have been coming out of the woodwork to tell me that, oh, yeah, I remember you like that, Tom, back in college. You were that way. Or on the tennis court when you were playing competitively. Oh, yeah, that looks very, very familiar. And I'm like, what are you talking about? I don't ever lose my temper.
Came in there, you couldn't be any better than that. Really, that was it. Boring, never. Man, you crazy. It was terrible. Man, you were crazy. Terrible. It was terrible. Crazy. God, don't ever come back. Unbelievable. Idiot.
Okay, maybe you caught me. Listen, we have a jam-packed show today. I have 3 pitches that I am mostly doing myself. I have a phenomenal little device that is a perfect gift for a huge market. I have a helpful product that women will say, oh yeah, I need that. And I have a really cool item if you're into gardening. Plus, I have 2 guests on today. A great actress, host, and restaurant tycoon, Lisa Long, is here. And sometimes you hear me or one of my hosts that come on talk about our agent. Well, guess what? He's here. Yes, Blair Taylor is coming in at the end of the show, and he'll probably get us thrown off the air, but Blair is going to be here today. Now, if you're a marketer or an investor and you've seen a product on one of my past episodes, or you see a product on today's episode that you're interested in and you want to talk to the inventor, well, then just contact me at tom@thepitchwithtom.com and I will get you connected. And if you want information about the show, just go to my website, thepitchwithtom.com. Let's get to our first pitch. All right, if you took all the baby boomers and all the seniors and you put them into one target market, wouldn't that be huge? But hold on a second. Let's take all the younger people looking for gifts for those parents and grandparents. Now it even gets much, much bigger. And do you have trouble finding a gift for a middle-aged person or older? A gift that costs that magic $19.95 price point, but has a great profit margin. A gift that they'll truly love and they'll truly use. A gift that they won't want to return. Would this be a product that you would be interested in taking to market? Well, I found a product just like this. I fell so in love with it, and everybody I show it to has the exact same reaction. This is one that's going to be a hit. I want you to watch very closely. Let's meet the inventor. Connie Enukai is a college professor and government consultant with a passion for inventing. After she and her baby boomer friends had the same ongoing problem when they went out to eat, she knew she had to solve it. After a year of writing algorithms to make the function seamless and device portable, she unveiled the Tip and Split last summer at Impex and was awarded the gold medal for Best New Invention. After Connie pitched her product, the other presenters actually stood up and applauded, and the judging panel even stood up and applauded. When does that ever happen? In fact, the head of the judging panel came over to Connie and said, would you please work with QVC instead of HSM because this is my favorite product of the whole trade show. So if you're over 40, or if you've ever been out to dinner with somebody over 40, this will probably look very familiar. I took my wife out for a romantic anniversary dinner. I hear the food is really great here. Problem is I can't read the menu. The print is way too small, and there's no light in this place. Are you kidding me? What do they think, I'm Superman? How are you supposed to read this thing? A few weeks later, we were having a fun dinner with my parents, and then the bill came.
Thank you very much. I'll take this whenever you're ready.
Okay, got this one, my boy.
Thanks, Dad.
Oh, that's nice.
I can't read this. It's too dark in here.
Use the candle.
Not helping. I gotta get some light.
I don't have my glasses. I can't make out the total.
Oh, here, borrow mine.
Oh, thanks.
Nice glasses, son.
I can't read it. It's too dark in here.
How's that?
It's a little bright, Mom.
Oh, here. How about this?
You carry a magnifying glass in your purse?
Honey, as I get older, the print gets smaller.
And that's not the only thing, son.
Can't wait for that one. Can you read the total or not, Mom?
I can't even find the total.
Oh, does this help?
Oh, that's a little inconsiderate of the other diners, don't you think, dear?
Oh, here it is. $136.97.
So what's 15% of 136.97?
Don't you have an app on your phone that will do it?
A what on your phone?
Do you have a calculator on your phone?
I think so.
Wouldn't it be great if there was an award-winning pocket-sized dining calculating device with an illuminated magnifier? Now there is. Let Tip and Split do all the work. An award-winning pocket-sized dining calculating device with an LED magnifier that figures out your tip no matter the percentage you want to give or how many people you're splitting it with. Dimly lit restaurants are no longer a problem because now you can easily read the menu and bill as Tip and Split illuminates and magnifies all at once. Plus, you don't need to be tech savvy to use the Tip and Split. Just type in the bill total and touch enter. Next, the prompt at the top will tell you to select a tip percent of your choosing and then touch enter again to see how much tip to pay. Then touch enter again to see the total, including the tip. If you need to split the bill with other people, touch enter again and it will prompt for the number of people splitting the bill. And when you press enter, the Tip and Split will show you exactly how much each person owes. And it's not just for restaurants, because the magnifier and LED light makes it perfect to read the small print on anything that's hard to read. Easy to read, easy to calculate, lightweight and smaller than a phone, Tip and Split is an amazing all-in-one handheld device that keeps your dinners relaxed and fun. And if you don't think you need it yet, buy one for your parent or grandparent because they will love it. It's a great gift idea for Mother's Day, birthdays, holidays, and stocking stuffers. Tip and Split. Well, thank you. Thank you very much. That was a lot of fun. I seriously love the Tip and Split. It is a great product. We had such a good time on the shoot. My wife, Claudia, who you saw in the commercial, loved it. And in fact, last night, she went out to pick up dinner, and it was a dimly lit restaurant. And she said she started going outside because she couldn't read the bill. And then it hit her, she could use the Tip and Split. So it comes up so often in everyday life. She loved it. My fake mom in the commercial loved it. My real mom at home back in Louisville, Kentucky loves it. It's just perfect because it's so fun to use, and it's a great gift for everybody. And most importantly, the target market is just so large. I mean, think about it. 26% of the population are baby boomers who have failing eyesight, but they have money to go out to dinner. And so they're out there needing a product like this. And then there are tens of millions of older people who also patronize restaurants. And it's not just for restaurants. There are so many times that I need a magnifier and a little more light, and I pull out the Tip and Split for anything with small print. Let me give you a little more information about the Tip and Split. The utility and design patent is pending, and it's trademarked and copyrighted. It is a finished product that just recently started selling on the web, including QVC.com and Amazon. There are 1,400 units in inventory, so plenty to test with. It's currently selling at $19.95, and the cost of goods including packaging on the minimum volume of 3,000 units is $4. So clearly it would be a lot less at higher volumes, making for a great profit margin. The bonus item that's in development is a pouch for the Tip and Split, and another idea is to have different colors available. The Tip and Split fills in every box on the checklist of what makes a potential hit. But I think what I love most about it is that it's truly a great, inexpensive gift for all occasions. I mean, I never know what to give my mom. It's perfect for your grandmother. What else could be better to give her? Yes, there are products out there that do some of what the Tip and Split does, but nothing geared toward the age group that this is perfect for, and nothing that combines it into one item, an award-winning pocket-sized dining calculating device with an illuminated magnifier. I also want to thank the team at Undercurrent Media who I partnered with to do that commercial that you saw. To clarify, it wasn't meant to be ready for air yet since it was a longer promotional type presentation, but if you liked it, we're ready to complete it and produce a short form and get it tested right away, or you can use your own production company. Who's going to jump on this? This one is going to be a hit. I know it. So if you want to be the company to bring it to market, email me at tom@thepitchwithtom.com. Don't miss out on this one. We'll be right back with our next pitch right after this.
Watch The Pitch at ubnradio.com, Channel 2, every first and third Thursday at 4 p.m. Pacific, 7 p.m. Eastern. You can also watch full episodes or individual segments from The Pitch on demand starting the day after the initial airing by going to thepitchwithtom.com or my YouTube channel, The Pitch with Tom Jordan. Go to either place to see any episodes that you have missed. If you're an inventor and want to find out about appearing on The Pitch, go to thepitchwithtom.com and click on the red inventor button. Marketers looking for more information should click on the blue marketer button. And you can also learn more about me and my work as a host and producer at the same website or by visiting tomjordan.com. If you're a marketer or investor and you see a product you're interested in on today's show and you want to talk to the inventor, or if you want to contact me for any reason, you can email me at tom@thepitchwithtom.com.
This is The Pitch with Tom Jordan.
Welcome back to The Pitch. Organic gardening is on the rise in the U.S. and around the world, especially in the urban areas. People in the cities want to grow their veggies and herbs, but they simply don't have the space.
Oliver Gardner, yes, that's his real name, has worked in the gardening industry nearly 40 years and is a lifelong gardening enthusiast. He noticed that apartment and condo dwellers had an assortment of pots and planters cluttering their balconies, just like he had on his own deck. He teamed up with Mark Yona, an engineer and inventor originally from Chile, who created an innovative product that solves the problem, because now you can grow a complete garden in just 4 square feet.
And I'm going to let Oliver Gardner himself, with the perfect voice for this product, help me tell you about it.
My Garden Post is a new, innovative, vertical gardening system ideal for balconies, decks, and patios. It's the perfect solution for anyone who wants to grow their own vegetables, herbs, flowers, or fruit in a small space. Because My Garden Post puts a whole garden on a single post, you can have a garden almost anywhere. A My Garden Post garden is fun and easy to care for. Plants grow faster, they're healthier, and they're just beautiful. By growing vertically, you eliminate the clutter and mess of too many planters. And there's no weeding, no bending, and never any dirty knees.
My Garden Post meets the needs of millions of gardeners with limited space or limited mobility and makes gardening easier, more fun, and more productive.
5 planters are positioned on the vertical post to maximize exposure to the sun and within easy reach for maintenance and harvesting. By growing vertically, plants are exposed to better air circulation and experience far less fungal problems, soil-borne insects, and diseases. And you can do away with heavy pots and eliminate the stooping, reaching, stretching, and the constant worry of watering with the automatic drip system.
Oliver, tell us what you get with My Garden Post.
My Garden Post arrives in one box and assembles in minutes, with no tools required. All parts are made of high-quality materials and designed to last for years. After the base and post are assembled, the planters are mounted securely on 5 uniquely designed brackets. That's all there is to it. Ease of assembly is just the first of many features you'll enjoy as you garden with less work and get better results. Once assembled, My Garden Post is very stable and moves about easily on 5 sturdy casters.
Oliver learned over the years that sometimes people do forget to water, and when container plants occasionally miss a watering, their health declines, and they're more susceptible to damage by insects and diseases.
The optional drip irrigation system takes the worry out of watering. Just set the timer, and the system does the rest.
The fully automated drip irrigation system is easily assembled using only a tape measure and scissors. It comes complete with a programmable timer, pressure reducer, backflow preventer, and all tubing and fittings necessary to automatically provide constant moisture to the plants. Tell us more, Oliver.
Planters and bases are offered in terracotta or hunter green. Eat fresh, healthy vegetables bursting with flavor when your garden is grown on My Garden Post. Most of your favorite herbs will grow every month of the year, or create a stunning arrangement of annual flowers. Growing on My Garden Post offers year-round rewards. When it turns cold, all you need is a sunny window. Indoors, your tropical foliage will thrive all winter. My Garden Post enriches any decor. This unique system makes growing your favorite plants convenient and fun for everyone. It comes with an easy-to-understand instruction booklet and helpful gardening tips, all you need to get started. There's no other product like it, and no easier way to grow a garden in a small space.
Thanks, Oliver. You'll also receive a fantastic instructional video that will walk you through the easy process of setting up My Garden Post. Think about how huge this target market is, and it will only get bigger as the cities grow larger.
Cooking enthusiasts can grow several varieties of fresh herbs inside by a sunny window. If you're not into cooking, you can plant a variety of tropical flowers and ferns to create a floral expression to enhance any room in your home. Also ideal for container gardeners, seniors or those with mobility issues, students in classrooms, and home landscapers.
My Garden Post does have a utility patent, and they currently have 750 units of inventory at their warehouse in Vermont. They've just started selling on Amazon, the National Gardening Association, and various catalogs. Because they're manufacturing in their area at low volumes, the cost of goods is currently around $46. Retail pricing is $149 without the drip system, or sells for $179 when including it. When purchasing the optional drip system with timer separately, it sells for $55, and the cost of it is $21. This high-quality item could be included as a bonus or a separate upsell. Other potential upsells or bonuses could be a frost protection curtain, soilless soil mix, and separate planters and brackets.
All you need is a standard 4x4 post to mount these beautiful seasonal accents around your home and landscape. Mailbox posts and deck railings are a few examples, but the possibilities are endless. Currently being sold for $20 for a small planter, and the cost is $7 on that one. $25 for a large planter with a cost of $10, and $35 for a combination planter, and that cost is $17.
Another great upsell is a continuity for seeds to plant into the planters. Baby boomers who are starting to leave their homes with large gardens and moving into senior living centers and condominiums are constantly looking for easier ways to garden with less work and more success. My Garden Post fills the needs of this aging population and allows folks to grow fresh, organic, and healthy veggies and herbs just a few steps from the kitchen. If you're interested in talking to Mark and Oliver about My Garden Post, just email me at tom@thepitchwithtom.com and I will get you connected. We'll be right back with our next pitch right after this.
To learn how to appear on The Pitch, log on to thepitchwithtom.com.
This is The Pitch with Tom Jordan.
Sometimes very simple products can solve really frustrating problems. Now, this next product is going to be most relatable to women, but men deal with this too.
Have you ever been in line to pay for something and you can't get your credit card or ID out of your wallet? Or maybe you just had a manicure and now you've ruined your expensive nails trying to get your credit card out to pay for it.
This is a common issue. And guess what? Banks won't allow tellers to remove your card out of your wallet. TSA agents aren't allowed to remove your license out of your wallet, although, of course, they can touch you everywhere they want to. And if you're pulled over by the police, they cannot take out your driver's license or your insurance card from your wallet. So on a daily basis, women in particular deal with this annoyance, assuming there's no solution to getting these cards out more easily. Now there is. Introducing the Card Glider.
A thin, customizable sleeve with a tab that allows you to slide your cards in and out of the slots in your wallet with ease. Just cut the appropriate tabs and the Card Glider will work horizontally or vertically, so it's designed to meet every wallet's need. Just place your card, whether ID, driver's license, credit card, and so forth, inside the Card Glider, and then slide it into your wallet card slot. You get 5 Card Gliders in a set, each in a different stylish color: executive gray, azure blue, canary yellow, hunter green, and magenta.
As soon as I tried it, I realized this is so much easier and quicker. When you need to get a card out of your wallet, you simply lift the tab of the Card Glider slightly to expose your card, and then you slide your card right out instantly. No hassles, no ruined manicure, no having to get out of line at the cash register, and no more aggravation and frustration. Simple to use, strong and durable, and stylish for your wallet. So who came up with this idea? Well, sisters-in-law Melanie Thompson and Susan Black recognized a problem that they and other women were having, and they were determined to solve it. and they're joining us from Tennessee. It's great to see you. Thanks for being on the show.
Hey, Tom. Thank you.
Okay, the sound quality isn't so great, but we can still hear you. So tell us how you came up with the idea.
Well, I had a hard time getting my license out of my wallet. And so I put tape on it to pull it out, to make it easier to pull out. And I saw it on girls' night, and I was like, what is that tape for? And she said, I can't get my driver's license out of my wallet. And I thought, I have that same problem. Yeah, and I also had a store at the same time, and we worked together. We noticed that women would have the same problem, that they couldn't get their credit cards. They would hand us their wallet to get their credit card out, and even, like we had a manicure place just around the corner, and they would come in and say, I just had my nails done, can you get my credit card out? Yeah, they'd hand us their wallet, and messy stuff falling out, money falling out, and they trusted us, to pull it out. But you don't want to hand your wallet over. And we had elderly women who had arthritis and couldn't do it, or men would come in. So we saw a need.
Why do you think the card glider would do well on TV?
Well, because when it's demoed, they get it. They see how it works, and it meets their need. It solves a problem that they have.
I can also see the card glider as a promotional item with logos and advertising printed right on it. And I want to thank you both for joining us on the show to tell us about the card glider.
Thank you. Thank you.
And here's some more information. The card glider is patented, and it's very inexpensive to produce. It's currently being manufactured in the U.S. for about 16 cents each at low volume, so that's about 80 cents per set, but clearly it can be done even much lower. They currently have 2,800 units in inventory, and it's being sold on the web for $14.95 plus shipping. But there is so much room there with those margins, because we know it'll get a lot cheaper, that there's lots of options available. You could price it at $9.95 with free shipping, buy one, get one free, just pay S&P. The bottom line is that the card glider system is very low cost, and it's so easy to use that you sort of wonder how you ever got along without it once you've used it once. And if anyone out there wants to get in touch with Susan or Melanie about the card glider system, just email me at tom@thepitchwithtom.com, and I will get you connected. Don't go anywhere, because coming up is a very good friend, the nicest woman in Hollywood probably. Lisa Long is here.
To learn more about The Pitch, log on to thepitchwithtom.com.
This is The Pitch with Tom Jordan.
Welcome back to The Pitch. My next guest is one of the many talented professional hosts who are available on my pitch roster to pitch or co-pitch your product. And I'm happy to welcome Lisa Long, who is a very successful actress, voiceover artist, direct response host, TV producer, and a true restaurant tycoon. Plus, she pretty much knows everybody in town, and you'll never meet someone who doesn't love Lisa Long.
That's really sweet. Thanks,
Tom.
Tom.
It's really true. It's great to have you here, Lisa.
Thank you. Thank you for having me, and thank you.
Of course. It's great. Now let's go back to when we first met. Do you have any recollection of how we met?
I believe we met. You edited my tape.
Yes.
Right? Or tape, we call it tape then.
Right.
My reel.
Your reel.
Yes, you edited it.
Back in the day, I was working with actors, designing their demo tapes. I met you, learned you had a restaurant, right?
And then all your great events started being at the restaurant. Thank you very much.
Absolutely. Well, we're going to get to the restaurant, because I want to talk about you for a second.
Okay.
I got to read this, because this is astounding to me. 72 film and TV credits. Wait, I'm not done. Almost 50 voiceover jobs of different types, the host of 38 projects, and a TV producer with 3 shows in development. A woman who never sleeps, because we're not even yet to the restaurant part. Right?
Kind of just works out.
So you work in all areas. I mean, actress, voiceover, the whole thing.
Yep.
It's been a good ride. You've done a lot of good stuff.
It's been great. It really has.
Yeah.
And I've met amazing people. And it all started really, I started really with the restaurant. You just keep meeting contacts, even though I was always an actress, and the two have just married very well together.
What percentage of your work has been somewhat related to your restaurant business and meeting all these industry people? What would you guess?
I don't know, because I never say. I remember my husband saying to me one day, I don't want people walking out of here going, oh, that crazy hostess is an actress. So I never talk about it.
No, you don't.
But then there are times that someone says, oh, you auditioned for us last week. I don't really know if it helped, but it made me more comfortable, and it made great contacts.
Yes.
And it helped the restaurants more than anything. I think the acting work, as you and I both know, is kind of just what it is.
Yeah.
And you got to win those roles.
Right.
But there is a comfort zone that those contacts did bring.
Yeah, and they know
So,
who you are. There's familiarity.
Yes.
Let's talk for a second, because you have hosted direct response shows. What do you think makes for a great infomercial product?
I think a winner is that people need it, it's affordable, and it works. And if you have that, I guess that's really it.
Yes.
I mean, you have to use it, and you have to need it, and you have to be able to afford it, and it has to work.
And a great host.
That is. But truly, that host has to be, has to really communicate that and be believable and be trustworthy.
Right.
That's what we are.
You ooze trustworthy, which is now
Thank you.
Of course,
Because I get a lot of laxative stuff, so thank you for that.
You really?
Yeah, so thank you. The trust, the soothing voice. Anyway.
So no, those can be really good
They
spots.
could be very good.
It's
I
worth
have no
it.
complaints.
Is there something you would say no to commercial wise?
I don't think so.
Money talks.
Money talks.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, now what I recall and what will always be special to me about you that you gave in our life was we loved your restaurant so much, Bar Sack it was called at the time, right by Universal Studios. So you had so many industry people in there all the time, which I know is what we're talking about. We loved it so much that when I got married to my wife Claudia, which is now coming up on, I better get this right, although she never remembers, we're coming up on 18 years. So almost 18 years ago, because it was April 19th, you hosted our rehearsal dinner.
I remember.
In your private space.
I remember.
We didn't know each other that well, but we just loved the restaurant, right? And so it's always been special. And then we started coming back anniversary after anniversary.
Yes. And for special occasions and whatever. We opened Barzac in 1990. And then to mix it up a little bit, I was lucky enough to get celebrity chef Fabio Viviani. And we opened
Fabio Viviani. I love to say that name.
Yeah. I know. He does too.
Yes, he does. In
you
fact,
see him all over. He's
I
great.
got to work with Fabio on an infomercial.
Yes,
right, we
that's
worked
right.
together.
The torpedo.
And he was a little hard to understand at times.
Yeah.
But when you understood him, he was like the most charming guy.
Lovely.
And what he was a Top Chef. What was it that he?
It was Top Chef season 5.
Yeah.
Where it all started for him. But then he's just brilliant. We have Ferenzi Osteria together, so he's a love. He really is. Great guy. We are just now renovating it and expanding it. We're adding a whole outdoor seating, completely redoing every inch of the space. We are renaming it Verse, as it's going to have a nightclub.
V-E-R-S-E.
V-E-R-S-E.
Okay.
It's going to have a nightclub that will start like at 11 p.m. So everything's the same. Lunch, dinner, all our great clients, all our industry clients. But it's going to be beautiful. And my new partners are Manny Marroquin, 8-time Grammy winner. You know, he produces for everyone. He's a great engineer.
Can you name drop a little bit?
I think there's going to be people like the Imagine Dragons and Bruno Mars and Alicia Keys.
You're kidding.
Yeah, these are Manny's people. And plus people that I've never heard of that are up and coming and, really doing things. So I need to really study.
And when does that open again?
We should be open, I would say, no later than June 1st.
Okay, so you're getting there.
Getting there, yeah.
Okay. But, that's not keeping you busy enough, right? Because I know you got something else huge that you're working on. I want to hear about this.
Okay, well, I'm grateful enough because I meet people and there's chefs and projects be presented to me, so to speak. But I found this great space in Beverly Hills, which used to be Red Medicine, which we all love that. Anyway, I was able to get it. So we now have that space, and we are doing a concept called The Flats with a wonderful chef Kyle Chute, who has developed this concept, and it's all flatbreads, and he makes his own cheeses and his own meats. Oh, by the way, he just won Cutthroat Kitchen with the first person to win $25,000, first chef. And you will sit down and be able to order all day long until 2 a.m., whatever you want. Flatbreads, he has the good standards, and then he has really innovative flatbreads. He'll constantly be changing it. Salads, really great little tapas plates, shareables. It's going to be great. Great wine list and comfy. Just comfy and good, and just bringing good stuff to Beverly Hills with great service.
And what's the target date to have that open?
We should be open in May.
So you got one in May and
one in May
in
and
June.
One in June. Yeah.
Oh my gosh.
Yeah. So I'm going to play for a little bit in the next couple of months.
You better, and get some sleep.
Yeah.
You mentioned to me that, sometimes with these situations, you look for outside people to get involved.
Absolutely.
So help me understand how it works, because I don't know the restaurant business and what you might be looking for, because there might be people out there wanting to dive into this.
Oh, well, it's funny. Investing in restaurants is a little bit weird, but there are people who have done extremely well. And so we're always looking for new groups of investors because especially on the flats, this is designed to be multiple locations and obviously franchising and retail food. So, we always find investors. We keep it private so far. Our private sector, as we did for Verse. So at the flats, yes, we are always still looking for people to get involved because this will roll and keep going.
So it's not just a restaurant somebody would be investing in.
Exactly.
They're part of this new ground floor.
Exactly.
Foods and franchising
Yes.
and so forth.
Yes. So it's a whole concept with legs, so to speak. And there will be frozen food. We're in negotiations right now with Chef Kyle to do the frozen flatbreads for a company and his pastes and his spices. Probably his meats and cheeses, who knows? And then a cookbook. So all this we give to our investors and we grow with them.
So if somebody invests, and I'm assuming there's like different, what would you call it, lots or shares?
Different units. Yeah, different units. For this one, we're keeping it very small at first. And then after the first 6 months, we look at the numbers and then we sit down with our investors and we say, shall we do number 2? And how shall we expand with you? So we like to stick with our same group, which is what I've always done.
So
same group just moves forward. Yeah.
And if someone buys into a unit, it's not just that restaurant. They're part of this whole concept. Is that right?
Well, they're part of the whole concept for that location and the food and the cooking, anything that happens there.
With the flats, yes.
But moving on, they would get first choice, and probably we will give them a special perk of some sort to go on to the next one. But absolutely, yeah, you always take care of your core family first.
Right.
Yeah.
I assume when they come in, they get a good table, too.
Oh, we give them things like you can't believe.
Is that right?
Yeah. No, these days you have to be grateful for investors, and the restaurant business is a luxury investment as far as I know.
Right.
That's how I look at it, even though this could be a little different. Hopefully we'll have the Chipotle business plan success.
Nice.
But really, you have to be very grateful for people investing with you. So you got to take care of them, sure.
So if somebody is interested in that, obviously they can email me at tom@thepitchwithtom.com and I can get them connected with you.
Absolutely.
But they can also, we've got your URL on your, below you right there, lisalong.net. Is there a way to contact? I know you don't see it, but I promise it's there.
I feel it. Absolutely.
So if they go to your website,
sure, they
there's
can
a way to
email me.
contact you.
Absolutely.
Okay.
I would love it. Yeah.
Okay.
Thank you.
And does it? No,
Thank
of course, it's a win-win.
Yeah.
Well, I have to say, Lisa, Renaissance woman, because she truly is incredibly talented actress. I remember on her demo tape, and this was 15 years ago. You had the most amazing scene with Billy Bob Thornton, where you were were you a cougar or something? You were just like a sex fiend, I think.
I was like the accelerated dater.
You were very convincing, is all I can tell you.
Thank you. Thank you.
I mean that as a compliment.
Thank you. I've been really lucky. I've worked with some really wonderful people. We work really hard.
Yeah.
But I've been really lucky.
Well, she works constantly. If you're looking for an on-camera person, she's got the restaurant business where you should talk to her if you're interested in that type of investing. And I want to thank you for coming in. It's great to have you here.
Thank you. Thanks for listening.
Absolutely.
Thank you.
And we will be right back with someone that both of us have an affection for because, yes, our agent is here, Blair Taylor. You do not want to miss this next one. Stay right with us.
To contact an inventor from today's episode, or if you have any questions, email tom@thepitchwithtom.com.
This is The Pitch with Tom Jordan.
Welcome back to The Pitch. I have a very special guest with me right now, so let me get right to it. Blair Taylor is a talent agent with Commercial Talent Agency in Los Angeles and has worked in the entertainment industry managing on-camera talent for the past 18 years. He specializes in celebrity hosts, news anchors, and experts in the direct response infomercial arena. And he's here to support his very favorite host that he's ever had, Tom Jordan. Welcome to the show, Blair Taylor.
Thank you. Yay! Wow, what an applause. Yeah. What a welcome.
Do you deserve it?
It should be louder. It's okay.
We won't play it again, though, for you. It's so great to be sitting here with you.
Thank you.
Did you ever think this would happen?
No, but this is awesome. I think this is great, but
Can I talk about you a little bit?
Yeah, of course you can. You can talk about me a lot a bit.
Let's talk first about the business side of Blair, because I know you're at a commercial agency, Commercial Talent.
Correct.
And you have booked a few actors on commercials over the years.
Just a
few. How many commercials have used your people that you've booked them on?
That I personally?
Yeah.
Well over 5,000.
5,000?
Yeah.
You have to
I've been doing this for
rich.
I'm filthy.
But that's not really your specialty.
No, right? That's right. I mean, I started out as a commercial agent, and that naturally transitioned into this need for hosts, brand spokespeople. and that began probably 15 years ago.
That was when I think I became one of your very first. Was I your first?
You were one of my first.
Yeah, and favorite.
You were my first, Tom.
Oh gosh! Now see, there's rumors about us sometimes, so don't add to it.
Those rumors are not true.
No,
Those are not true. Yeah, probably about the time that we met. So that's about 15, 16 years ago.
Yeah.
And I helped create a hosting division
right.
at Abrams Arts Agency. And from there, I left Abrams and took the infomercial department with me at the time. And it's been very successful. And I've been consistently doing that alongside the commercial work for, 16 years. 16, 17 years.
And you pretty much have the majority of the LA-based, if not around the country too, infomercial hosts.
Right.
Reel off a few of the hits that some of your hosts have done. Just a few.
Oh, I've worked on Magic Bullet. I've worked on the Bare Essentials. I have a show on right now, Derm exclusive with Dr. Andrew Orden.
Miracle Blade.
Miracle Blade with Tom Jordan, which was a hit.
Yes. So direct response, which for those who don't know, that's infomercial world really out there. What do you like about it, or do you like it?
I love it. You know, the thing that I love about it is, unlike most actors or hosts on TV, this is a chance for the host to be very involved. It really gives them an active role in the project, and the reward can be very the upside for the reward is tremendous, especially if you can get a back-end royalty. You know, I've had some very, very successful shows where, it's changed the direction of people's lives. And that's awesome for me. And the thing that's so great is you never really know what is going to be a hit, what's not going to be a hit.
That is tricky.
You put all the, you can throw all the ingredients together, but unless you do it correctly, you can have a failure. You have all the elements to make a hit, and you have all the elements to make a failure at the same time.
And you've been doing this for almost 20 years in the direct response. So have you seen changes in the direct response world?
Yeah, absolutely.
What's affected you? How have those changes been?
Well, I've seen changes in the amount of opportunities, which have they're reduced for many reasons. People aren't watching TV anymore or as much. They're subscribing to Netflix and Hulu, and so the eyeballs on the TV are fewer, and therefore it's harder to generate sales on through TV. I think from an economic standpoint, it's very difficult to invest such a large amount of money into a project, knowing that the odds are really they're hard. It's an uphill fight. To have a show become a success it's not the norm. And I think people are holding their money a little tighter to their chest. They're not spending money like they used to do, and they're not willing to take the risk. And media costs are high, and they're just trying to find other ways to get their product to market, because the days of the infomercial are not what they used to be.
Right.
They still exist, and there's still plenty of opportunities out there, and the ones that break through still do very, very, very well. I got involved with Derm Exclusive a couple years ago with my client Andrew Orden, who's on the TV show The Doctors, and this year it'll be $200 million in sales, and it's been out for 3 years. So there's still there's great opportunities if you're willing to commit the time, the effort, and I think the money and the patience to a show. And that's the biggest change, is that the business is just kind of taking a step back, and then the talent that they're looking for.
Let's talk about the talent, the host, because the host, celebrity hosts, you've got experts, you've got just people that are good at hosting.
Right.
What's happening in that world, and how would you compare when you use one versus the other?
Well, there used to be the time where people would say, I'm not a doctor, but I play one on TV. And now it's, I am a doctor and I play one on TV. So the trend has been to experts. I think for a couple of reasons. It legitimizes your product, and I think it's in some cases cheaper, because you can get an expert who makes his or her money in one area, and they're supplementing that by getting into TV and getting into TV, and this is a way that helps build their branding. So they're willing to come in and do it, sometimes for very little money, because they know they get exposure, and that helps them sell books or bring in clients or expand their own business. So that's probably been the biggest change with talent.
How much of a difference does a celebrity host make versus just a really good host, or does it?
I don't think it does. The only time I think
so they should be hiring me instead of somebody that from a reality show they think is a celebrity, right?
Well, what's really interesting about that, and reality show contestants, I call them, are they're a big go-to for infomercials. But the problem is if you don't watch that reality show, you don't know who they are,
right?
And
they're not always great hosts.
And they're not.
So give me a DR horror story. Give me a good one. Come on.
No.
Yes.
No.
And name names.
No. I always look at when I work with the producers being part of their team and not an adversary to them. And I don't think that they always believe that as it relates to dealing with me. And, there's some game playing that goes on that really doesn't have to happen. I love it when I have a producer that calls and asks for talent. And there's one in particular who will not be named, who will call and give me specs on a talent. And I'll say, tell me your budget. Oh, it's adjustable for the right person. And I'm like, well, that some of the caliber of some of my talent, I know. And then I'll send over some ideas and then they'll want to negotiate, but it's clearly a negotiation that is nowhere near the caliber of the talent that they want to use.
Right.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And so it becomes a waste of time and they get the talent involved, invested in the product. And then everyone becomes disappointed because that producer is just too afraid of saying, listen, this is what I got.
Yeah.
And, we can always make something
cut
work.
to the chase with it.
Yeah, just cut to the chase.
So then how can a marketer out there or a producer, if they're the one involved, what can they do to help you do the best job you could do for your host and for the host to do a great job on the set? What are some advice you would give them? So the host walks in, ready to go, killing it.
Well, the first thing I think that's really important is just when it comes to the casting process, and I'll get a call and I'll send over headshots, I'll send over resumes, I'll send over demo reels, and I always say to the producer, when you get it and review the material, call me. Let's talk about these people, because there's things I can tell you about them that may not come across on the reel. I can tell you if they're a parent. I can tell you what their energy level is. I can tell you where I believe their strengths are, their weaknesses are, or if they're really good with demos, or if they maybe aren't good with demos, but they have a demo reel that might make you think.
Because it's not in your best interest to misrepresent them.
Right.
You want them to be happy.
Right. And exactly. And it's rare that they will have that conversation with me. And they just take the material I've sent, even though I'm offering to, I want them to hire the best person for the job. So that's the first thing, is sometimes that can be really frustrating. But the other thing is to understand that the host, they're the face of your product. And I find that scripts get to the host very late, sometimes the day before. Changes are being made, things are rushed. There's just not an open communication with this person who's going to be the face of your product. I mean, I know that you and I have worked on shows and you're like, can I please get a script? Because as the host, you want to be as informed and comfortable with the product, or get that product ahead of time and use it and work with it and
come from the heart.
Right. Yeah. And be really familiar with it so that you can do your job as effectively and
help
efficiently.
Me to help you.
Yeah.
Okay.
And I think they forget that.
Right. Well, they get busy with other things too, I'm sure. But
it's
an important thing because that is virtually what you end up seeing on screen.
Right. And that's spokesperson becomes your salesperson. That is your number one salesperson for your company. They represent your brand 24 hours a day, 7 days a week, 365 days a year. And you need to invest in making sure that person can do their job as accurately and as professionally as possible. And I think sometimes there's disadvantages to the clients in doing that,
Okay. Well, I asked Blair to send me some questions to ask him. And, it's very interesting because I've done this with other people before, and it's amazing what you get. Sometimes it's really helpful questions, and sometimes it's questions like, Blair, why are you so incredibly handsome?
That's a good question, Tom. I moisturize.
Okay, well, maybe there is something we can learn from that.
Coconut oil.
Is that what you use?
Yeah.
Coconut oil. I'll have to try that.
Yep.
All right.
It's a lost cause.
Let's move on to the next question. Maybe we'll learn more. Paper or plastic?
Paper.
Good info to have. Soup or salad?
I will upgrade and take both.
Beef or fish? I know the answer to this one, so
Beef.
Let's not go there.
No fish.
Okay, this is the stupidest one of all. If two trains both leave Chicago at the same time, one traveling westbound at 45 miles per hour and the other traveling eastbound at 55 miles per hour, at what point do the go-go boys start dancing? What the hell does that even mean?
10:30.
There's a real answer to this?
I don't know.
See, this is what I deal with sometimes with my agent. Oh my gosh. Okay.
When you ask me to provide you the question,
Yes.
oh, there we go.
Yeah, I think he was trying to
I could've
tell me,
gone all day with
you're
him.
the interviewer, Tom. You figure it out, right?
Isn't that your job to ask me the questions?
Yeah. All right, so all kidding aside, I do want to say to you and to everybody out there that agents sometimes have a stereotype. You know, they're out to, they're going to kill you, they're going to screw you and all that. And this is what I hear from anybody who really does know Blair. From the producer standpoint, he's tough. He's fair. He does want a win-win situation, and I appreciate that as a host because when you feel like you're having to defend your agent to these other people and they don't even want to call him, it makes it tough for us to work.
Right, of course.
And I know he knows this, but you know, it's also nice to have your agent as a good friend, and we have a good time together.
We have a lot of fun.
We've known each other a long time. He's one of my favorites. I can say on camera, I'll never leave him as a talent, even though I haven't been working enough lately, and that needs to change immediately.
I know someone that just got a job.
Well, okay, maybe so, but we're not going to talk about that on the show. And just, we have the best time. We go every year to Vegas to the Infomercial conference, and people think we're a couple. We're not.
We're a couple of crazy guys.
Trust me. We usually save the real fun for the last night, do a little gambling, little bit of drinking.
Thanks to you, you're the one.
I got him started. I taught him blackjack.
Yep.
But I really do value our relationship.
Thank you. So do I.
I always enjoy spending time and talking to him. He's the best. He is the cream of the crop.
And if I could say,
well, I'm going to ask you right now.
Oh.
This show is The Pitch.
Yep.
Damn it, Blair. Pitch me.
There we go. The one thing, well, thank you.
Pressure is on.
Right. No, and I appreciate your kind words. That was very sweet of you. But the one thing that I think the talent bring to the table that's so unique is you've had a chance to work with dozens and dozens of different directors, different producers, different production companies, different writers, media companies. I mean, that's something unique that the talent has, especially someone that's been so successful like you have, that you're one of a handful of people that have really worked with everyone in the business. Mm-hmm. And so I think when someone comes to you and they ask your opinion, like who's a good director, who's a good writer, who's a good, producer, because you have hands-on experience with all of them, you can speak from a place of experience and credibility in that area. And I don't know there's many people that can say that actually. I get calls a lot like, we have a product, who do you recommend? And I can make a recommendation based on my experience negotiating with them, but I'm not in the trenches with them, working with them and seeing how efficient they are on a set. And that's something that you can do. And you have the fortunate, I don't know what the word is. You're fortunate that you have been able to work with so many of these companies that you can come from a place of being knowledgeable. And I think this is a great venue for you and a great environment for you, because you have worked both in front of the camera and behind the camera, and you're probably one of the most you're one of the most detail-oriented people that I know. And I know it's really important for you to do it right and to do it correctly, and you take so much pride in your work, in everything you do. And so I think that's just a testament to who you are. And I think that's one of the reasons why I consider you a good friend and that you've been a client of mine for so many years. So
I do have a little bit of welling coming up
that's
there.
But that's all true. It's all true.
I appreciate that. I do know it. Yeah. I do know. We have a real affection for each other, but not in that way.
Not yet.
Never happened. I want to thank you for coming in.
You're welcome.
Is there anything you didn't get out that you need to get out? Did I not cover something that's important?
No, I think you covered it all.
Ridiculous
Tom.
questions.
You covered it all. Just make sure they know how to get to me if they want talent like Tom.
That's where I'm going. You see, now you're wanting to do my show.
Okay.
So there's a little thing here at the bottom that says your name, and it says Blair Taylor, Talent Agent, Commercial Talent Agency is what it is. So in Los Angeles, they can reach you that way. Is there any other way you want them to reach you? Do you want to give them your Facebook, your Twitter, your home number?
Nope. Oh. Nope.
Thank you for coming in, Blair. I appreciate it very much.
Absolutely.
Now, if anybody out there wants to hear more about one of the products that you saw on today's show, if you're a marketer or investor, you can contact me by email at tom@thepitchwithtom.com, and check out the other episodes that we've already had, because a lot of great products, a lot of deals have already been made, and I can't wait for the next episode. I'll see you soon. Keep watching us here at The Pitch.
To learn how to appear on The Pitch, go to thepitchwithtom.com. You can also view pitch segments there or at YouTube by searching The Pitch with Tom Jordan. But make sure to spell my name right. To contact one of the inventors, or if you have any questions, email Tom at thepitchwithtom.com. Today's episode sponsored by Revenue Solutions.